hope he catches this one. Got it.
What's up, everybody? Good morning, Vibe Nation. Welcome back to the channel. I'm really stoked because we cruised down here this morning. Miley's in the car staying warm while I came down to check the surf, but she's a super trooper once again, coming out before the sunrise to film me surfing before she has to go to her full-time job. And the last few, I feel like for a while now, it's been high tide bonanza every time we're down here filming, but we finally have a lower tide that should be rising throughout the morning. Somebody's stoked to get in the water. We got really clean conditions, 2 to 4 foot surf. It's a lot smaller than it's been since the beginning of the year. It has been pumping here in Southern California, but the conditions are still really ideal. I've been taking out that log the last session just because of the high tide. But with this lower tide, we're gonna be taking out the 6.0, the Catch Surf Skipper Quad. I still don't feel 100% back in the water with my stamina and strength after being sick and out of the water for what felt like almost 2 weeks. Look at this beautiful sunrise. But we're gonna get out there, try and get a few. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. We're gonna pick this up at the car, we're gonna get in the wetsuit, keep fueling up on coffee. All right, board's waxed. You guys know the deal. I'll see you in the water. Alright, y'all, we're back at the house. We cut the session a little short. Unfortunately, I only caught 3 waves. Typically in a single session when I film and vlog for you guys, I try and catch a minimum of 10 waves per session. If we get a double session in for that video, we'll have 20 waves or so, with always the goal to get more. But we're gonna cut to the clip in just 1 second, but on my first wave is where I got injured, and the wave started out great. It was a great way to start off the session. I always feel good about, you know, that first wave being the best wave and building like a deck of cards, or a house, building a house, I guess. I'm not sure the phrase, but anyway. So you guys see as I get into the wave, I'm kind of skating around, do a little cutty, fade back into the pocket, and this is where it starts to line up on the inside. And with a really low tide, there's not a lot of water underneath me, and I go for this little kind of float section and fail and totally wipe out, falling backwards on my back. But watch it again in slow motion here. Now, the rocks below are exposed because of the high surf that we've had, and as I go for this little float, the water is draining out of underneath the wave. I fall backwards, back first, and when I go and hit the water, there's nothing really between me and the rocks underneath, and there was a rock that was sticking up from the reef, a little bit higher than everything else, that hit me right in my back. It hurts so bad. So with that being said, we cut the session after my 3rd wave. It was just hurting so much, arching my back to paddle. It was not feeling like the vibe, and you know I'm all about the vibe, so. We cut it short. I want to make sure that I can heat my back. I may have to go to a chiropractor or someone and get it checked out. Fingers crossed that that's not the case. But I wanted to make sure that I didn't really injure myself. And there's one more thing I want to show you guys, so we're going to head outside. So you guys know that Ho Stevie has been sponsoring me and the vlog for a while now. Well, while freezing my butt off getting out of the water, we were rocking the Ho Stevie changing poncho. And I know I've told you this, guys, before, and girls, this thing is huge. I'm not tall. I'm 5'10". So it's not like I need the biggest poncho, but I tell you, when you're changing out of a wetsuit, it's tight, you're shimming, it's cold, you're freezing, and you're trying to get out. You don't want to flash all of Encinitas or whatever beach town you're coming from. So this thing, absolute vibe, link in the description below. But what I really want to talk about is this 4.3 Ho Stevie chest zip. So here's the situation. About 2 months ago in mid-November, we switched from the 3.2 Ho Stevie to the 4.3. And if you have a cheap wetsuit, I think within 2 months, you're gonna start to notice why it's a cheap wetsuit. My assumption is that after 2 months, you're gonna start to notice a lot of wear and tear, and possibly your wetsuit not holding up to the way you want because you went the cheap route, and that is as far as seams, the stitching, the gluing, and especially the zipper. So let's check this thing out. As you guys can see, the zipper is completely intact, perfect. Nothing seems to be defaulting, no seam or stitch work issues. It's an absolute vibe. I got a link in the description below for this 4.3 Ho Stevie chest zip. It keeps you warm. It is a limestone-based neoprene, so it's super stretchy, but it's also really lightweight so that it's not weighing you down. One of the issues I feel like with certain wetsuits is that there's so much unflexibility and weight to the wetsuit that it really restricts your paddling, and you waste a lot of energy actually not riding waves and doing all the other stuff that you don't want to be doing in the water. So link in the description below. Check them out. Ho Stevie's an absolute vibe, but I am going to set you guys free. We're going to get this back on a little heat. You guys know the deal. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for checking out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give us a little like and drop a comment in the comment section below. I absolutely love responding to comments, and I always respond to you guys. If I haven't in the past, if I've missed somebody, I apologize. Sometimes those things do happen, but I'm on it. It's a vibe. But get out there, find an adventure, and until next week, you guys know the deal. Click right here to subscribe, and right here to watch more videos. And I'll catch you guys on the next vibe.
Let it go, 얼어붙어 like whoa. 띵하고 어지러워. I see. 한여름에도 넌 겨울. Yeah, got your cold blood. Yeah, 너와 있을 때 I swear. 제가 먼저 zero 폭설한 그